My name's Peter Lewington and I'm talking to John Houston, founder of South Moreton Boxing Club. The question is, should boxing gyms be fully open by June the 15th? If you think so, vote below, and if enough people vote yes, we will write to Boris. So John, before we get to the main question, how have you coped with the lockdown?
I think we coped relatively well, Peter. I mean, obviously, I think like everyone else, it took us all by surprise. I remember doing a post on the 17th of March saying we were going to stay open when it was all kind of closing down. And obviously, we were closed down on the 20th of March. So we didn't have a contingency plan because of that. But actually, one of the trainers came to me on the Monday and said, there's quite a few people that want to carry on. Could we use Zoom? Didn't know what Zoom was. So she Zoomed one of her classes on Tuesday. And I thought, well, there's really legs in this. And by the end of the week, we had 20 classes going on Zoom. Obviously, we had to change quite a lot of stuff. It kept us in touch with the members, kept things going for us and, kept that line of communication open. So that was really good. 3 weeks ago, we were allowed to do outdoor one-to-one. So we started doing that and converting our outdoor area. And this week, we could do outdoor group training, groups of up to 5. So we've kept ticking along, really. So it's been okay.
So should boxing gyms be fully open by June the 15th? Championship League snooker started on June the 1st with a 64-player field. UFC's well underway in the USA with 4 events since May the 9th. The Premier League is starting on the 17th of June and the Championship on the 20th of June. So the question is, has boxing been overlooked?
I think to an extent, a lot of those sports are going to be happening behind closed doors. But, the main answer to the question is I think they should be open. The fact they've opened KFC and McDonald's before the gyms, I think tells you a lot about priorities. Yeah. And I think with anything, it's about weighing up the benefits, weighing up the risks and weighing up the rewards. The risk is there is still a virus out there, so we're going to have to take some measures as we are. There's hand sanitizer all over the gym. I've seen a figure yesterday in the Sunday Times that we're going to need 32 square foot per person when the gyms reopen. We can achieve that. We can move some machines out. But I think the benefits, to opening the boxing gym are manifold. The people have been suffering in lockdown from the physical health and the mental health. You've got to look at the real dangers and the risks. Men under 50, the leading cause of death is suicide. It's not coronavirus. Okay. So, I think this is the gyms will aid their mental health. So we have to take some precautions and we have to make some changes. But yes, I think there should almost be an essential service, in my opinion. So I think gyms should reopen as soon as possible.
And what do you say to people who say we cannot risk a single death to reopen the boxing gyms?
Again, I think, as in the case of the lockdown, you have to look at both sides. You may prevent, with an extreme lockdown, you may prevent some coronavirus deaths, but there is going to be a ramification of that action. So lockdown is going to cause a lot of deaths, as in, I think the figures are 80,000 extra cancer deaths. Then you've got the suicide, the relationship breakdown, the alcoholism, all the other ramifications of turning the NHS over purely almost to a coronavirus treatment centre. So that's all got to be weighed in the balance. So I would, and I can certainly understand why people say, we shouldn't open the gyms because it could potentially lead to an extra coronavirus death or deaths. But on the other hand, you're going to say, well, by not opening the gyms, you're going to increase, the ravages of mental health, the ravages of physical, unfitness, stress, and lots of other things, as well as the financial implications. So on balance, I would say as long as precautions are taken, I think the benefits are going to outweigh the risks in opening the gyms. That's why, again, I would say yes, open the gyms.
Okay, so if you agree with John, then vote yes. And if we get enough votes, we will, in fact, write to Boris to see if we can make that happen. Now, a final question, John. What professional fight are you most looking forward to after lockdown?
Well, the big one that's out there is AJ Fury, isn't it? That's the one that we're going to be talking about for a long time, I think, as they do that. But that would be the total fantasy fight. But to be honest, anything. I know Eddie's got the big setup in his back garden now, and I just hope he doesn't serve us up Audley Harrison, David Hay too. We'd probably still pay 30 quid for that, and he knows that. So who knows what we'll get. But yeah, there's a lot of great fights out there, and I think the appetite is whetted for the break. So I just can't wait to see it back.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much for joining us, John, and take care.
Great. Thank you, Peter. Speak soon.